said, comb your hair. She said, some kids don't. And her parents' dreams went up in smoke. She's a wild one with an angel's face. She's a woman child in a state of grace. And she was 3 years old on her daddy's knee. He said, you can be anything you wanna be. She's a wild one running free.
Yoo-hoo! Anybody home? Meredith! Oh my.
Mother, I'm just going upstairs. I'm not answering that. Oh, no, ma'am, I'm not answering that. You will not get to me this way. Ugh. Mother, what? I'm just dropping off my stuff. No, ma'am, this room is off limits to you today, Mother. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, shit, I can't believe this. Who's that?
Oh, it's just me. Hi there.
Francis, what the hell are you doing here?
Oh, well, there aren't too many people downstairs, and nobody I really know too well, aside from Mama, Daddy, and Uncle Reese and Aunt Kitty. So I guess I'm just looking for a friendly face.
Under my bed?
No, well, when I heard you coming in, I got scared. I realized I really shouldn't be here. I tried to hide from you, Meredith. I hope you can forgive me.
Well, sure.
It's just that this room is so beautiful. I remember whenever we came to visit when I was little and Tracy still lived here, you and her and all the other cousins would be outside having tea parties in her playhouse out back. But I would sneak up here and sit in the middle of this room and pretend it was mine.
Oh,
of course, I just worked after Tracy.
You and everybody else, herself included.
That's why I was so thrilled to be in her wedding.
Oh, where the hell is it?
What are you looking for?
I'm trying to find a joint I was saving for this reception.
A joint?
Oh, I knew I had one in my jewelry box, and if Tracy took it, that would be just like her.
Oh, surely she wouldn't.
Oh, surely she would.
Take drugs on her wedding day?
Have you noticed how calm she is today? How serene? She's been a nervous wreck for weeks. Oh, she had to be high. Oh, Lord. And then she had the gall to make us wear these things on our heads and make us look like a flying nun.
I like this hat.
Are you serious? Look at yourself in the mirror, Francis. You look ridiculous.
Well...
Ugh, you look like a lamp. At least you can wear this dress, though. It makes me look like a linebacker. You want one?
No, thanks. I don't smoke. I'm a Christian.
Of course. Would you know it? Now I can't find any matches. I mean, okay, I certainly understand why Tracy would want to be stoned today just to get through this whole ordeal. But she could have at least asked. I mean, she just took it. Typical.
Thou shalt not covet.
And then all that stuff about obedience, how everybody was acting so serious. I was like, Tracy, obey Scott? Oh, she already runs the poor boy's life. I mean, what a joke. Oh, Tracy, the blushing bride. Excuse me while I barf. Oh my God.
What?
Medicine test. We are in business now. Oh, shit. We still don't have any matches. Mother, I told you my room is off limits. Trisha.
Oh, hey, babe.
You have any matches?
I think I might have a lighter.
Oh, thank God. You just saved my life.
I would have gone here sooner, but some creep with whom I apparently share some sort of history cornered me in the parking lot and chewed my ear to a bloody stump. But how great it was to see me again, and could we get together soon? And so I said, sure. Did he have $300 just to shut him up?
Trisha, you didn't. What did he say?
He asked if I could wait for him while he ran to the cash machine. Can you believe it? Hey, Francis.
Hi there.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you so much for asking.
Oh, Meredith, your mother said she wants you downstairs to greet the guests while she freshens up.
Ugh, please. That woman hasn't been fresh in like 30 years. Washing pops a couple of Xanax is more like it.
I could use a couple of those myself.
Ugh, well, as soon as you get that lighter out, we're gonna get stoned.
Oh boy, I haven't been stoned in ages. Promise you'll make sure I won't do anything stupid, okay?
You would never do anything stupid.
Are you kidding? I looked out at the congregation during the ceremony. It was like half the men I saw I think I may have slept with. God, I dread this reception. You think anyone would notice if I left?
Yes, don't you dare leave me here alone.
God, would you look at me? I'll look horrible.
You look like $1,000,000 as usual.
You know, I had to put about a gallon of white out under my eyes this morning. Oh, my God. Oh, so Frances, did you enjoy the wedding?
Yes, it was so beautiful.
Ugh, it was ridiculous.
Tracy's dress was sure something.
Yeah, it was a float.
You've got to hand it to her, though. She carried it off. I could never wear anything like it with a straight face.
She didn't wear it. It wore her. If she had any sense at all, she'd just put it on a mannequin and just roll it around the reception and leave herself free to mingle.
I shudder to think how much that thing costs.
$6,000.
That's obscene.
$600?
$6,000.
She talked me into designing her invitations for free and then made me go through 8 revisions, and she spent $6,000 on a dress? That is totally obscene. Your poor father must be paying a fortune for this wedding.
Don't you know it? But Daddy put his foot down for a change, and he said no way was he spending $6,000 on something she was only going to wear once. So she had to buy it herself.
Well, I guess she makes pretty good money working for Pepsi.
I guess. She offered to get me an interview over there. I told her I'd rather work at McDonald's. I spent my entire life being Tracy Marlowe's little sister. The last thing I want to do is work at the same place she does. Trisha, where's that lighter?
It's in here somewhere.
I about died when they knelt down and somebody had painted "Help me" on the soles of Scott's shoes.
Oh, I hated that. How could somebody do something so nasty? A wedding is a sacred occasion.
Well, I thought it was priceless.
Yeah, I figured you thought that was pretty funny.
Oh, I wasn't the one who did it, if that's what you're implying. I wish I'd been. Trisha, do you know who did it? Tell me.
I don't know.
You lie.
Meredith, I have no idea. It could be any one of those overgrown frat boys.
I wish I knew which one. I would give him a blowjob.
Aha.
Help me.
Ugh, phew, that stuff stinks.
Poor Scott. He turned about 3 shades of red, didn't he? I think he had thought he had done something wrong.
He did. He married my sister. That's about as wrong as you can get. God, I'm glad I found this joint.
I think Scott and Tracy are a perfect match.
Oh, I do too.
They're both smart, good looking, rich.
Really, what?
And you can tell he really loves her.
Well, yeah, well, any dog loves its master.
Now, Meredith, be nice.
Oh, Trisha, don't be such a cheerleader. I want to have fun today. That chance. Everybody here is so aggressively normal. It is like the bland leading the bland. I was hoping Scott's lesbian sister would perk things up, but she's about as much fun as having your teeth cleaned.
Scott's sister is and everybody just knows about it?
I guess. She's pretty much out, isn't she?
God, yes. She rubs it in everybody's face.
My goodness, I don't think I've ever seen one before.
Well, now you've seen 3.
Who else?
Those 2 flute players that played during the ceremony?
Kidding.
Nope.
But they look just like real women, and them playing in a church like that, isn't that kind of sacrilegious?
I don't think you need to worry about it, Frances.
Really, so far this has been the most candy-ass wedding I've ever been to in my life. Things better pick up at the ceremony. I'm at the reception. I want something really sick and fucked up to happen.
To you or someone else.
Either way, I wouldn't give a shit.
Well, I bet you won't be disappointed.
Why? What's going on?
Nothing.
Tell me.
Frances, you want some of this?
No, ma'am. I do not take drugs. I'm a Christian.
I'm so sorry.
It's Georgeanne, isn't it?
What?
I saw her crying at the ceremony.
So, lots of people cry at weddings.
No, this had nothing to do with the wedding. Come on, Trisha, you have to tell me.
Meredith, I don't know. Georgeanne and I are not all that close anymore.
It's Tommy Valentine. It's because he's here today.
I seriously doubt it.
Tommy Valentine. I have been trying to think of his name all day.
Georgeanne had a thing with him too.
About 100 years ago.
My God, is there anybody who didn't do it with him? I guess when you're as good looking as he is.
He's not that good looking.
Trisha, he is sweat out loud gorgeous. That man is walking sex. Why else would every single one of you go off the deep end over him?
I didn't go off the deep end over him.
Right.
I didn't.
I met him once when Tracy brought him to that family reunion at Uncle Reese and Aunt Kitty's lake house. He was real nice.
You look me in the eye and tell me you do not have a thing with him.
I did not have a thing with him.
Trisha.
We went out a few times before he and Tracy ever got together. As a matter of fact, I introduced them to each other.
I know.
So how do you know everything? You were only a little kid.
Ugh, I was a smart little kid. And I also happened to be sisters with Tracy the Mouth.
Well, you probably know more than me.
I didn't know about Georgeanne and Tommy Valentine.
You stupid fucker! Well, hello there.
Hey, hon.
Hey, Georgeanne.
Please excuse me.
Whoa.
They sure are taking their sweet time opening up that open bar. God, I love a good open bar. If I ever get to heaven and there's no open bar, God's going to have some serious explaining to do to me.
There will most certainly not be any liquor in heaven.
Well, thank you for clarifying that, Francis. I'll make sure to bring my own.
Tommy must have said something to Georgeanne to get her that upset, don't you think?
Meredith, why do you even care?
Maybe it's her husband. I notice he's not here today. I bet he's cheating on her.
Jesus.
I bet he's cheating on her and she just found out. You think?
I think it's none of your fucking business. Her life is her life. It's not a source of personal entertainment for you. That's pathetic.
I'm sorry. God.
I suppose you've never been through anything you didn't want the whole world to watch.
I said I was sorry. You don't have to bite my head off.
Well, I'm just a little sensitive about this particular issue since I'm the reigning queen of the bad rep.
Your reputation's fine.
You shouldn't lie, Meredith, if you can't do any better than that.
I've never heard anybody say one bad thing about you.
Your mother used to habitually refer to me as that little horror.
You're crazy. Mama always loved you.
Meredith, your mother hated my guts. She still does. She will not look me in the eye to this day.
Why would she hate you?
Because she thought I was the world's worst influence on Tracy. And I was. But it's the basic human nature to be a real degenerate every now and then. And you ought to be able to do it without the whole world looking down its nose at you and acting like it's anything out of the ordinary. Oh, God. There's the earring.
What?
That cute usher boy with the earring.
Oh, him. He's Scott's cousin.
He's a piece of work.
Oh, you think?
Mm-hmm.
You know, my big sister was dating the boy who had an earring, but Mama and Daddy made her break up with him.
Francis, your sister's 2 years older than me.
Is she?
And she still lets her parents tell her what to do? That's fucked.
Meredith, the Bible says to honor thy father and mother.
The Bible also said that eating shellfish is an abomination, but that didn't stop you from sucking down that lobster biscuit at the rehearsal dinner.
What's his name?
His name is Tripp Davenport, and you know it. Oh, come on. He flirted with you all through the rehearsal dinner.
Yeah, but he never told me his name.
Yeah, well, his real name is Griffin Lyle Davenport III.
I think Tripp suits him better. He's got that look, you know?
What look?
That look that makes you feel like you're at a really boring party and you and him are the only ones with drugs. It's the same look Tommy Valentine has.
You'll have to point it out to me.
Oh, no. Believe me. You would be better off if you've never ever seen that look. It always turns out to be more than it's worth.
Look at all of them in their tuxes. Oh, they look like a bunch of big birds, you know?
Pigeons. Punked.
Why are men so stupid?
Because they're allowed to be.
They're so weird. They are so weird.
Which do you want?
The only one of them that doesn't totally gross me out is Frank.
Frank? Really?
Yeah, I still remember what he was wearing the time he came to pick up Tracy for the Valentine's Day dance when they were in 8th grade. A white leisure suit with blue stripes, a navy blue shirt and a white tie, a white belt and white shoes with big silver buckles. I thought he was the most gorgeous thing I'd ever seen.
He is handsome.
He's a fag, isn't he?
Well,
Oh, I knew it. What a waste.
Meredith, that's a terrible thing to say.
I meant it as a compliment.
Calling somebody waste is not a compliment.
Silly.
What?
He's the one I want.
Scott's little brother?
Francis, he's 15.
I know.
Francis, you are bad. You're a wild woman, aren't you?
Yo. Hey, Georgeanne.
Hey, babe, you okay?
No, I'm all fucked up. Oh, what's wrong, Georgeanne? You can tell us. We won't tell anybody. I swear.
Meredith?
It might do you some good to talk about it.
Meredith, why don't you and Francis go see if the bar is ready?
Ugh, why don't you just go look out the window?
Meredith?
Oh, all right. Y'all are going to have to wait for me to put on another pair of shoes, though. I'm not wearing these peach-colored Chinese torture devices 1 minute longer.
Hey, Francis.
Hi there.
Look, I know we don't know each other at all, but I'm sorry you have to see me like this.
It's okay. Jesus wept.
No, one of those bartenders, the bald-headed one. If you flirt with him, he'll give you a free bottle of champagne.
I won't do that.
I can. You'll have to drink the champagne, though, because...
You're a Christian. I know. Ugh. How do I look? Hideous.
You look fine.
Ugh, yeah, right. Come on, Francis.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now.
Please do not tell me this is about Tommy Valentine.
I was walking down the aisle. The first thing I saw was the back of his head. You know, that part on his neck where his hair meets and it's darker than the rest. I always thought that was so sexy. And then I was looking out during the ceremony, and something about the way the light hit his face. I swear to God, it just broke my heart. And then outside, I saw him talking to this total bitch in a navy blue linen dress with almost no back. I mean, I swear to God, you could almost say your butt. I saw him smiling at her. The same smile that used to make me feel like I meant something to him. Then it all came back to me, just bang! All those times I went out of my way to make things convenient for him. All those times I sat waiting for his phone call. That time that I had to take a fucking taxi cab to the women's health center because it was so cold that day my car wouldn't start. And later that awful, awful night, waiting outside his apartment, staring at Tracy's burgundy cutlass in the driveway, just wishing I was dead. You know, I started smoking cigarettes that night, and if I ever die of lung cancer, I swear to God it'll be Tommy Valentine's fault. You know, my cousin George, he's a nurse. He says I am the perfect type to get some weird disease for being too emotional.
You're not going crazy. You're just being really dramatic and self-indulgent.
Self-indulgent? You think I want to feel this way?
Nobody's making you.
All right, enough about me. Or about my dress.
Oh, no.
Can you believe Tracy's making us wear these things?
Yes.
Of course. I can't believe she even asked me to be in her wedding.
I can't believe you accepted.
Well, I didn't have much of a choice. What was I supposed to say? Tracy, I don't think I could be in your wedding. Because remember when I had that nervous breakdown my junior year of college? That was because your boyfriend knocked me up and I had to have an abortion all by myself. Well, he was talking to you, the little Kappa Sig Lao, and all things, well, have been a little strained between you and me ever since.
Well, have you tried to talk to her about this?
Oh no, neither one of us have ever mentioned it. Now here she is, getting married to Scott McClure, the biggest piece of wet toast I ever saw. Of course, I married Chuck Darby, the second biggest piece of wet toast I ever saw.
Come on.
I thought I wanted some stability. And there's Tommy Valentine getting ready to rip that little bitch's scrawny, fat little dress off her body and fuck her brains out. God, I wish I was her.
Oh, please, you do not.
Oh, yes, I do. I am wearing over $100 worth of extremely expensive, uncomfortable lingerie from Victoria's Secret that I bought specifically for him to rip off of me.
You honestly thought you were going to sleep with Tommy Valentine today?
I mean, why not? I mean, remember page 67 of The Godfather?
I think your memories of him might just be a little rosy. I mean, it's been what, 10 years since you saw him?
3 months.
Excuse me? Georgeanne, you better spill your guts to me right now.
I mean, I ran into him in this sleazy bar that only plays 50s and 60s music. I hate those places, but at least I'm not the only one, the oldest one there.
Of course.
He seemed really happy to see me, and then we started flirting. I mean, it wasn't gross. I mean, it was real cute. It was. I'm serious.
I'm so sure.
You weren't there.
I've been there. So then what happened?
Well, we closed the bar, and then he asked me if I wanted to go somewhere we could be alone.
Okay.
I mean, I said, this isn't a good idea. Married, have a little boy, and once I said that, it's like I didn't have to worry about it. I'd said it, so it was out of the way, and we just went nuts. I mean, we ended up doing it in the parking lot right behind the Dempsey dumpster.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Trisha, it was the best sex I ever had in my entire life. I will never, ever be able to smell garbage again without thinking about it. So I think that my memories of Tommy Valentine are pretty recent and accurate, I would think.
Yeah, but Georgeanne, did he call you after that?
No.
Okay. So here's this guy who's totally bagged out on his responsibility to you, left you go through an abortion all by yourself. 10 years later, he fucks you in a parking lot, and then he ignores you, and you still want him.
Can't help it. I love him.
That's not love, that's addiction.
Well, I'm sorry, but I hadn't had sex in over a year, and I wouldn't mind making a habit of it.
What?
Chuck and I don't even sleep in the same bed anymore. He sleeps in the guest room.
Why?
I don't know.
You have some idea you have to.
He doesn't talk to me, Trisha. I told Chuck about Tommy, and he just looked at me with his fish face, and he said, you know, you don't have to tell me about everything you do.
Georgeanne!
What can I do?
Make Chuck talk to you? Make him go to a counselor?
No!
You want to save your marriage.
No, I don't. I should have never married him in the first place. I don't like Chuck. I don't love him. I don't even like him.
Y'all, am I bleeding?
Not that I can see.
I'm having one of those days where I just can't stop running into things. Do you ever have those? I'm usually a very graceful woman, but something about this dress, it just makes me feel like Bigfoot. I ran smack dab into a cabinet in the kitchen, just walked straight into it, like there was a big magnet in that cabinet and I had a steel plate in my head. Kaboom. Oh, I'll probably need stitches by the time this reception is over. I'm terrified. I'm going to do something to ruin this wedding, and Scott will never forgive me, just like that time I ralphed right in the middle of his Eagle induction ceremony. My therapist thinks I was jealous that I couldn't be an Eagle Scout, but I don't think that was it. I mean, I was 19. I think I just had a bad tuna salad sandwich. Oh, this is a bad time, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I'll leave. See what I mean?
Are they all like that?
Who?
You know, Lesbians?
What, clumsy?
She's just so blunt. Are they all like that?
Why are you asking me?
I don't know,
No, what?
I mean, what? Well, I just remember hearing something. Never mind, forget it.
All the lesbians I have known have not been clumsy. As a matter of fact, Mindy is the first.
She is so strange.
I like her.
Me too, I guess. She seems to thoroughly detest Tracy, so she can't be all that bad. God, look at me. I am totally pathetic. I just don't want to be alone. Is that too much to ask? I mean, I still believe in marriage. I do. You don't?
To be perfectly honest with you, Georgeanne, I think any woman who chooses marriage in this day and age is out of her fucking mind.
Don't you believe in love?
I certainly believe in consideration and respect, and I definitely believe in sex because it's healthy and necessary. But love, what is that? I've had so many guys tell me they love me, and not a single one of them has had any difference in my life.
Maybe you just haven't met the right one.
Oh, please. I've had him more times than I'd care to admit.
Well, maybe you just haven't given him a chance.
I've given him too many chances.
Oh, come on. What's the longest relationship you ever had? How many hours did it last?
Well, why drag it out? He'll just start trying to run my life or else he'll want me to be his mother.
Not all men are like that.
I have yet to meet one who isn't, and I seriously doubt if I ever will.
Really?
Yeah.
How could you live like that?
Well, in the first place, it's not a major tragedy. I'm just being honest.
Maybe you're right. I'm probably just a hopeless romantic doomed to go through my life being disappointed. There he goes, sniffing after Miss Navy linen blue dress. God, look at the way he walks. He sure can wear a pair of pants.
I mean, what's the payoff for having had that many women? Does it make him feel accomplished, wiser, or has it just become this drug he has to have?
Well, you slept with just as many guys. What's the payoff for you?
I have not slept with as many guys.
How many guys have you slept with?
I don't know, 100.
100?
I haven't kept count.
Trisha, that is a lot.
Yeah, but Tommy Valentine is like Wilt Chamberlain. He's probably had sex with like 1,000 women.
But I tell you one thing, I cannot wait for him to lose his looks.
And he will. It's bound to catch up to him. He's going to end up with one of those hatchet-faced old men that really handsome guys turn into.
Yeah, and he'll have one of those big red Ted Kennedy noses from drinking too much his whole life.
And a beer gut.
And he'll lose his hair.
He'll wear golf pants.
Green golf pants that are too tight.
Yes, and he'll unbutton his shirt a couple of buttons more than he should.
No, he won't do any of that. He'll just get better looking as he gets older. He'll never gain any weight. He'll wear a t-shirt and blue jeans and have gray hair. He'll be so gorgeous it just hurts to look at him. I, on the other hand, will be as big as a house. I'll wear too much makeup and I won't have any hair left from a lifetime of bad perms. And I'll have skin cancer from going to the lake too much when I was a kid. I'll just wake up one morning and I'll be dead. And Tommy Valentine will read my obituary in the paper. It'll never occur to him that he even knew me, let alone slept with me.
You were right. You are crazy.
I am one sick ticket. I mean, I guess I should give up my fantasy of getting laid by Sonny Corleone today.
Not necessarily. There are tons of cute guys here.
Yeah, I dare you to find one who's straight, single, and has a job.
Maybe you just need to lower your expectations.
Maybe I just need to have a nervous breakdown. Maybe I need to have one big, loud, nasty, smelly, nervous breakdown right when Dr. Marlowe goes up to do his Father of the Bride dance with the new and improved Tracy McClure Marlowe.
I'll give you $20 if you do.
Don't tempt me, Trisha. I might just.
I will give you $100. I will give you anything you want. I will give you this pair of 1-carat diamond studs I got for graduation.
Meredith.
Oh, I will give you this antique ring that belonged to my mother that has been appraised at over $500. See that? It's pretty. It's yours.
How long have you been standing out there for?
Oh, I had just heard that last little bit. I swear.
I cannot believe you.
Please, Georgeanne, say you will.
I will not.
Please.
No, I'm not going to cause a scene.
Why not?
Because this is your sister's wedding day, and that would be a really rotten thing for me to do. I might be a bitch and I might be a slut, but at least I have some standards.
Shit.
Why are you so intent on something happening today, Meredith?
I just hate this whole thing. It's so goddamn fake. It just makes me sick.
Where's Frances?
She's down there sucking up to that bald-headed bartender, and he is a complete geek if you ask me.
Oh, he looks nice.
Gross. His Adam's apple is as big as my head.
Yeah, at least he's not wearing a rug. I swear to God, sometimes I just look up at my husband and his toupee sitting up on the top of his head like a stale pancake, and my heart just goes out to him, you know? I mean, does he think people don't know? A 10-year-old child could tell.
I wish I had one of those lobster bibs. I don't know. I'm going to wear enough food any minute now. Of course, not like I plan to wear this dress ever again.
Oh, sure you will. Have it taken up. Wear it as a cocktail dress. It'll be sweet.
I'll probably give it to my friend Leroy. He's the only person I know who can wear this color. Anyway, Mrs. Marlowe sent me up here to tell y'all to come downstairs right this instant. She might have wanted me out of her dining room. She was looking at me with this frozen smile. I could see every vein in her neck. Like, please, God, just keep her away from my crystal. But she said for me to tell you all that it's a poor reflection on Tracy for all her bridesmaids to be avoiding the reception.
Oh, well, God forbid we should make Tracy look bad.
Why not? She's made every single one of us look perfectly dreadful.
I like this dress.
You do not.
I do. I am so glamorous in this dress. I am goddamn Leona Hemsley. I'm the queen of my own empire with a heavily armed security force. I am a woman. Hear me fucking roar.
Is she kidding? Now, do you think Tracy really thought these looked nice, or was it a conscious attempt to surround herself with ridiculous-looking women to make herself look better?
What do you think?
Well, actually needs to look better.
She is one beautiful woman.
She is perfect. Perfect.
She always has been.
I hate her.
I have no idea who she is anymore.
I don't want to know.
I'm serious.
So she's a rich, white Republican bitch.
Meredith, she's her sister.
So, y'all are trashing her too.
I used to know her really well, I thought.
Yeah, you guys were tight.
For a while. But it was one of those friendships, you know, that's based on giving each other permission to be just totally wild and irresponsible. Those never last.
She is in Glamour magazine, you know, the do's and don'ts. She's the ultimate do girl.
And we're all the don't girl.
Well, not you, Trisha.
Please.
Oh, please, my butt. You're the only friend Tracy ever had who was as pretty as she is, and you're probably the first girl she has met who isn't intimidated by her.
No wonder she liked you. What freedom.
We had a lot of fun. That's why it's so weird now. I can barely carry a conversation with her. We have absolutely nothing in common.
Except Tommy Valentine.
And we're members of quite a large club in that respect.
Wait a minute. You guys think this is kind of weird?
What?
That we're all in her wedding, but none of us is actually, like, her friend.
Yeah, she had to do too. Look at my dorky cousin Frances.
Good Lord, I grew up with Tracy. I was her ugly sidekick through high school and college, but I haven't talked to her in years.
Me neither.
Does it look like she has any real friends?
Don't look at me. Tracy and I move in very different circles.
Meredith?
Oh, I don't know. Seems like she hangs out with Mama an awful lot.
I don't believe it. Here she is, a perfect woman. She's beautiful. She has a great body. She's a rich husband who worships the ground she walks on, but she doesn't have any real friends, does she?
Can't have everything.
This makes me feel so much better. I can't tell you.
Well, finally, that bar looks like it's running smoothly, and I see a bottle of beer feeders that has my name on it. Let's get this show on the road.
Do we have to?
It will be fun.
Yeah, compared to a triple bypass.
Don't even think about him, Georgeanne. He's scum.
He is. He is slime.
He's garbage. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot.
I need about another bottle of champagne.
Anyone care to join us? In a minute. Mindy?
Why would I want to go out there? It's just the same old relatives who have been embarrassed by me my entire life.
Okay, we'll see you two later.
Trisha, if I start acting like a real asshole, if you would just take me aside and slap me, I would really appreciate it.
Babe, it's going to take everything I have to keep myself in check, so I'm afraid you're on your own.
God help us.
Amen.
You should really try one of these little bacon wrap jobbies. They are delicious.
Oh, no, thanks. I'm not hungry.
Well, now that Scott and Tracy are officially married, I guess that makes you and me sisters. I've always wanted a sister.
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
Are you glad to be finally done with school?
Yeah, Mindy, I'm just thrilled to be living back at home with my fascist parents.
Well, have you thought about what you want to do?
No.
What is your degree in?
English. It's completely worthless.
No, it isn't. You can do a lot with that. You can teach, you can write copy, you can edit, you can go to law school.
Oh, yeah, that's just what I want to do, become a hired gun for the ruling class.
All I'm saying is you don't have to do what you studied for. My degree's in behavioral psychology and I sell real estate, which I suppose it's completely appropriate when you think about it. But you know, you should really let me introduce you to some people, Meredith. I bet they could.
I just want to move.
Oh, into town? Well, shoot, I can help you find a perfect place. Now is the perfect time to be looking too.
God, no. I want to get as far away from Knoxville as I possibly can. I hate this town. I hate everything about it. I want to go somewhere where no one will know us, where I don't know a single person, where nobody will bother me, where everybody will just leave me alone.
Well, I guess I'll go see if they have any of those meatballs left.
Uh-huh.
We'll see you down there.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Francis, now which do you want? Maple melon mist or cha-cha China berry?
How come is always named after food?
What do you mean?
Well, like cha-cha China berry, maple melon mist, raspberry whip, tangerine dream, simply strawberry.
She's right. Guess what this is called?
What color is it?
Kind of an orangey pink.
Peaches and cream?
Pumpkin chiffon.
Nope.
Wait, let me guess. Nectarine Nights? No, cantaloupe cascade.
Kick-ass carrot cake.
Nope.
Cha-cha cheese whiz.
Oh, hell, what is it?
Absolutely apricot.
See, they are all named after food.
Well, what else are they going to name after? Mindy, what are they going to say? Bleeding wound red?
Francis, did you decide which nail polish you want?
I'll take the red.
Good answer. And Trisha, be sure to give her red lips, too.
Well, now wait. Do you want to look fresh and natural, or do you want to look like a woman with a past?
Oh, fresh and natural, I think.
I think we'll go for a more neutral lipstick then.
I don't want to be too made up now. I don't want him to think I look trashy.
Don't you worry. When I get through with you, he won't stand a chance.
What's his name?
Bradford.
Bradford what?
He didn't tell me.
Bradford. Brad and Fanny.
I hate being called that.
Why? It's cute.
It sounds too much like Fanny.
What does he do?
Trisha, he's a bartender.
No, he's in law school.
Oh,
He only bartends part-time, thank goodness.
Well, you tell him he makes a superior martini.
law school, Francis, you scored. How old is he?
36.
36? And he's never been married. That is not a good sign.
He's been married once before. No kids, although he says he wants to.
Divorced?
No, she died
Ugh.
Poor thing.
4 years ago.
Well, in a way, that's kind of attractive. I mean, it makes him kind of mysterious and tragic.
He feels like he's just now getting over it.
Francis, your timing is impeccable.
I just had a horrible thought.
What?
What if he killed her?
Mindy.
I'm serious. What if he goes around the country marrying women and then killing them? Didn't you ever see that movie?
Yes, and you know what? He kind of looks like that guy, too.
Doesn't he?
He's got those shark eyes.
How'd you die, Francis?
He didn't say.
My cousin George, he works for the state patrol, and I could get him to run a security test for you.
I thought your cousin George was a nurse.
That is my other cousin George. I have 3 cousins named George, one named Georgette, and one named Georgina, and my Aunt Georgia. We're all named after my grandfather.
What was his name?
George.
Bradford is too nice to be a killer.
Uh-oh, those are the ones you always need to look out for.
Wouldn't that be gross?
What?
If you fell in love with a real psycho killer, and you really loved him, and you married him and all, and then you found out what he was, what would you do?
Well, the first thing I would do is find a good support group for the wives of psycho killers, because I think I would need to be with a group of people who really understood what I was going through.
Would you tell the police?
Come to think of it, I probably would be kind of scared of him.
Oh, y'all, I have got to get out of this dress. It is completely unnatural.
What are you going to do?
Oh, I'm going to be comfortable for the first time today. Damn it.
Meredith, you can't go out there not wearing that dress. You just can't.
Don't worry, I'm not going out there again. It's a fucking zoo out there. Oh, my crazy old great aunt Rosalie just came up to me and screamed in my ear, "Well, I guess we'll be seeing you get married next year, honey." You know what I said to her? I said, "Fat chance. You'll be dead long before I'm ready to put myself through that shit."
You did not.
Well, no, I didn't, but I had to bite my tongue to keep from doing it. Oh, God, I'm so sick of listening to that cheesy band.
What are you in such a bad mood about now?
Well, first, Tracy yells at me because I took that thing off my head. It's not optional, she says. It's part of the uniform. Then Mama has to join in on how I've gotten too much sun on my shoulders and how they're all freckled and just ruined. It's not ladylike, she says, whispering to me like she was telling me I had B.O. Ladylike. Of course, to her, there are two types of women. And dykes. And guess which category I fall into? Oh, no offense, Mindy. Then poor Scott starts having a sneezing fit.
He always does that when he gets nervous.
And the band is playing Tie Yellow Ribbon. You know that hostage song? And all the old farts are dancing. Is there any of that joint left?
Meredith, what is this music?
You don't like it?
It's really intense. Don't you have anything a little less intense?
Sure. Let me see if I can find something bland enough for you. What are y'all doing up here?
Frances has a date, so we're giving her a makeover.
A date? With who?
Bradford, the bartender.
One part-time psycho killer.
What are you gonna do?
Well, he said he knew this place right outside of town that was real pretty, and maybe we could just drive up there and have some beers. But then I told him I didn't drink beer, that I was a Christian, and he said, well, shoot, we should go to McDonald's, that he just enjoyed talking to me. I thought he was real sweet.
That is.
He comes from a real small town, too. We were talking about how scary a place like Knoxville can be, and he said as soon as he gets his degree, he's going back to the country, not to where he came. He doesn't think he can ever go back there, since his wife died.
His wife died?
Yes, and under very mysterious circumstances.
He said he felt like he had to shut the door on that part of his life and start over with a clean slate.
Just like that guy in the movie.
Uh-oh. You better get him to show you some pictures of himself when he was younger, Frances. For all we know, he may not really be bald. He might have shaved his head to change his identity.
I bet Bradford isn't even his real name.
You know what you do? Go to McDonald's with him, and then, when he's not looking, you take something that he's touched. Pick it up with a napkin, though, and just slip it in your purse, and tomorrow you take it to the FBI.
That's if she's alive tomorrow.
Oh, I don't think he would kill her on the first date.
You two are horrible.
He can't be a killer. He's a Christian. Of course, he's a different kind of Christian than I am, since he believes in drinking beers. I told him I thought that was wrong, and he said he didn't think so, but that he'd be willing to talk about it. That's the main reason I decided to go out with him.
Really?
A good Christian man is hard to find these days. There is a church group, except for the ones who are younger than me, but they don't count. I think a man should be older than the woman.
And taller, too, I bet.
Well, sure.
Anybody want to smoke any pot?
I'll take some.
I don't usually, but I think I'll make an exception today.
Oh, well, twist my arm. You're going to have to promise to keep me away from the food table, though. I dropped 10 pounds last week for this wedding, and I intend to keep it off for another week or two.
10 pounds? How'd you do it?
I was motivated. Hey, how old were you when you first started smoking pot?
21. I was a late bloomer.
I was 18.
15.
I don't take drugs. I'm a Christian.
What about you, Meredith?
I was 12.
12?
You remember when I was in junior high, Trisha? You and Tracy let me spend the night at your apartment on campus. We drank Black Russians and got high.
Meredith, I'm so sorry I corrupted you like that.
No, I loved it. I couldn't believe how cool you were. I thought you were it.
Oh, hon, if you only knew how fucked up I was back then.
So, Trisha, what's up with you and Tripp Davenport?
Nothing.
Come on, I saw you talking to him for about an hour out there.
Yeah?
You two seem to really hit it off.
I wouldn't know I was on automatic pilot.
But you said he had that look.
I'm sick of that look. It always leads to trouble.
I don't know, Trisha. He's pretty cute.
Believe me, he's quite aware of that.
He's not that cute.
He's pretty cute.
He's no Tommy Valentine.
Thank God. I will say one thing about him. He has the best hands.
Hands.
Yeah. You can tell a lot about a guy by his hands. They are just so amazingly beautiful. And also, oh, y'all are just going to make fun of me.
No, we won't. We promise.
Well, it's not a man's feet. And it's not his shoes. You know those big black wingtip, like the shoes like businessmen wear?
Yeah.
It's a man's feet in those shoes.
That's really weird, Trisha.
My therapist said I will feel day with that one.
I like a good neck myself.
Shoulders.
Rear ends.
Well, personally, I prefer a nice set of hooters.
So, Trisha, do you like him or don't you?
She likes him a lot.
How do you know?
Because I know you, Trisha, and I know how you get when you really like someone. You light up like a goddamn Christmas tree, and then you get all shy, and that is exactly what you have done today.
How old is he?
He's 29.
29? Trisha, you old dog. No, that's okay. Go for the young me. That's great.
Georgeanne, that's only 3 years younger than me.
Really strong, limber, energetic years.
What does he do?
I forgot to ask for his resume.
He works for a bank, telling other people where to put their money.
Way to go, Trisha. It means he's probably rich.
Is he single?
He just broke up with his girlfriend a couple months ago.
How do you know so much about him?
He's my cousin, and he's the only one who never got weird when I came out, so I kept in touch.
Is there anything wrong with him?
No, he's a really nice guy.
Damn, Trisha, you got the best luck of any woman I know.
I don't believe this. I have a simple conversation with him and now I'm supposed to be picking out my China pattern? What century are you women living in?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you were through with men.
No, I'm through with being disappointed. I have never met a man who could look at me and see anything but his own ego, and Tripp Davenport is no different. No offense to your cousin Mindy, but I think I'll pass.
He really got to you, didn't he?
I'm sick of it. I am. I quit. I'll just be an old maid.
Don't you want babies?
You don't need a man to have a baby.
Well, actually you do, technically.
Yeah, but you don't have to cement yourself to him. Hell, he doesn't even have to know about it.
But that's so wrong.
I don't think so. All the movie stars are doing it.
God wants to be married if you have a baby.
How do you know what God wants?
Because the Bible says so.
Francis, has it ever occurred to you that the Bible is a book written by men?
The Bible is the holy word of God, Trisha.
Well, I will grant you that it is the history of one culture's quest of God, but
That is secular humanism talking, and that is the kind of talk that has got us into the mess we are in today, causing the collapse of family values and all decent morality. That is why there is so much crime and violence and licentiousness in this world, and that is why we are living in the end times, and the rapture could come any minute. Any minute!
Oh, get serious.
I am serious. Now, I will sit here and watch you all drink liquor and take drugs, every other word F this and GD that. Honestly, you ought to be ashamed. You are ladies. But I will not tolerate you making fun of the Bible.
nobody's making fun of anything. Am I not allowed to have my own opinion?
Not if it is disrespectful to my religion. No, ma'am, you are not.
I'm afraid I have a little problem with that.
This is America. I have right to my beliefs.
Listen, Francis, I wholeheartedly support your right to live your life however you see fit. But you cannot exercise that right without extending the same courtesy to other people who might think differently than you do.
My religion happens to be very important to me, and I don't want to listen to you criticize it.
Then leave.
Trisha.
I mean it. Go on, get out of here.
What?
Go someplace where people don't have ideas, where everybody's willing to trade their God-given intelligence for any old blind set of rules just because they don't want the responsibility of making their own decisions. I'm sure you won't have to go very far. But don't dare tell me what I can and cannot do. You don't have any right to do that.
But I can't go out there looking like this. I'm only half done. What would people think? I don't look right.
Oh, good grief, Frances. Don't cry. Your mascara will run.
I'm sorry.
Hon, I'm not mad at you. Oh, now look. Well, maybe we'll go for the woman with a past look instead of the fresh and natural. And maybe we'll do a smudged charcoal thing around your eyes. Okay?
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Oh, look at my dress. Doesn't it look like a big old cake just sitting there? Oh, my mother told me art wearing it down the aisle like a swan. I wanted to say, Mom,
She meant like this.
Hey, do that again.
Okay.
Where'd you learn how to do that?
It's Amelia's charm school.
you're kidding. You went to charm school?
My mother made me go when I was in 6th grade. I think she was dimly aware of my dark potential and thought Miss Amelia would nip it in the bud.
What else did she teach you?
She taught us how to choose the right haircut for our face, how to avoid shooting a beaver when we sat down. And we had our beauty pageant for graduation. The Princess Charming pageant.
You did not.
that must have been so humiliating.
Are you kidding? I loved it! I wore a nautical bathing suit with little skirt attached and high heels, and I played Crimson and Clover on the bassoon for the talent competition, and I won.
Oh my God.
It was the high point of my life. I'm serious. It's been all downhill ever since.
I would have thought you hated beauty pageants.
Why? Because I'm a lesbian? Hell no! I haven't missed a Miss America pageant in 20 years. Those girls are better than drag queens. Hell, they are drag queens. I am just so thrilled to be on the poise of the brink of a fabulous career, combining broadcast journalism and teaching handicapped children, but most importantly, being a good wife and mother and a good American. Here's my tits. Here's my ass. Here's my tits again. Thank you.
Hey, everybody. Here's my tits.
Meredith!
Thank you. I just flashed my mother.
Meredith, you're drunk.
Duh.
Come on, you need to sit down.
I just flashed my mother. I couldn't help it. I saw her look up here with her face all pinched, and I just flashed my tits at her.
Did anybody else see you?
I don't know. Probably. I don't care. I'll just say I didn't do it, and don't get confused. I'm supposed to have at least been dated by now anyway. I'm glad I did it. It was fun.
Hey, I want to know something. Do you always eat like this?
Yes.
Then how the hell do you stay so skinny?
I am extremely neurotic and high-strung.
So you don't like pig out and bark, do you?
No, I just have a really high metabolism and burn everything off.
God, I hate your guts.
You do not. You love me.
I'm starting to miss those 10 pounds I lost.
This is so cute. Meredith, is this yours?
It used to be back when my biggest goal in life was to be in the junior league.
I bet you looked real sweet in this.
You would.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Just what I'd expect from a country club socialite like you.
I am hardly a socialite, Meredith.
A little white girl dressed like that.
You know, that's about the 3rd time I've heard you say something about white people. I hate to break it to you, honey, but you aren't exactly Queen Latifah.
Yeah, well, at least I'm not a hypocrite.
Neither am I.
So?
You think that just because you put a picture of Malcolm X on that wall, that proves something? If you really cared about injustice, you'd be out doing something about it instead of sitting up here with your portable CD player and your Stairmaster and your $500 jean jacket complaining about how unfair things are.
So, Trisha, Tripp Davenport looks like...
Don't start. Okay, Francis, all done.
Oh my.
What do you think?
I never knew I could look like this.
Francis, you look hot.
Trisha, you should do this for a living.
Dad, she looks fabulous.
I don't even look like myself.
Yeah, Trisha, where'd you learn how to do that?
Years of practice.
Will you do me next?
Well,
And then me.
I'll do one more and then I have to get back out there.
Hot damn.
What do you want to look like?
A truck stop whore.
Bitch, would you just shut up and leave me the fuck alone for once? Mother? Oh. Everybody can see your dinners, honey. Plain as day. Dinners? That is totally Appalachian.
That's what my mother calls them too.
Those two are in rare form today.
I could just hear them. Kitty, I wanted to tell you that Tracy just looked radiant at her wedding. Just radiant. Why, thank you, Eleanor. You know Georgeanne looked radiant herself. Is she expecting another child? Heavens no, Kitty. Georgeanne is just a fat pig.
You are not fat.
Well, I certainly ain't skinny.
I think you look fabulous.
Thank you.
And I think it's about time women let themselves just be women for a change and stop trying to look like all these anorexic models that, face it, they look like men. Every time I turn on the TV, there's some high-attitude fashion bitch stomping around like she's such hot shit. And I think this is what I'm supposed to be. I would rather eat glass. No, that's not right. I want something sluttier, like dime store blue.
Meredith, do you have any blue eyeshadow?
Oh, I sincerely hope not, but check that top drawer.
I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to look pretty.
Good grief, neither do I. But these women who are willing to have their lips poofed up and their tits inflated and their ribs removed, I mean, come on. That sounds like a Nazi war experiment. Those ribs are there for a reason. And that fat sucking thing, I'm sorry. There is something desperately wrong with a culture which encourages people to go to such extremes. We think we are, so civilized, but we're just as barbaric as those Aztec guys who played soccer with human hands. Look at this whole ritual today. Here's your sister in this white monstrosity meant to symbolize that she is undamaged goods. It's like a sacrifice. I mean, who in this day and age is a virgin when they get married?
I will be a virgin when I get married.
Francis, really?
Yes, ma'am.
Get out of here.
I am saving myself for the man that I get married to.
Francis, that is whack. Because believe me, he ain't saving himself for you.
Mm-mm.
I think that's admirable. You save yourself for Mr. Right, Meredith.
Hun, you are setting yourself up for a major letdown.
What is wrong with wanting to be a virgin when you get married?
How old are you?
21.
Haven't you ever been in love?
Not that way.
Haven't you ever had the hots for somebody?
I have more respect for myself than that.
Okay, forget about the sex. Don't you ever get angry?
No, I don't, because I have Jesus in my heart. He is always there for me, ready to give me strength when I feel weak, to show me compassion when I feel anger, and to embrace me completely in the deepest, purest love that there is, whenever I need it.
I think I need a date with Jesus.
That's not funny.
No, I'm serious.
Jesus didn't date.
Are you kidding? He was like the biggest rock star of his day. I bet he had groupies coming out of the wazoo.
I think it's rather interesting that he had 12 men in dresses following him around wherever he went.
Those were robes. Jesus and his disciples did not wear dresses, except on very formal occasions.
Meredith,
Uh-huh.
why do you have all these pictures of Tony Valentine in your drawer?
Where?
Here in this drawer?
Oh, Tracy must have left them there. This used to be her room, you know?
Yeah, about 10 years ago.
Well, I don't know how they got in there.
Look at this one. He was water skiing. He must have been all about 19.
Oh, would you just look at that stomach? God, how I hate him.
He sure was beautiful, wasn't he?
Still is.
Let me see. Yeah, he's okay. If you like that sort of thing. Wait a minute. This guy's here today.
Yep, still is.
This guy made a pass at me.
What?
Yeah. I was standing around at the food table, and he came up to me, and he said, "We haven't met, but I feel like I know you." And I said, "Well, you must be mistaken, because you do not know me." And he said, "Well, I would like to. How do I go about it?" I just laughed and said, "Whoa, buddy, you are barking up the wrong tree."
He is so shameless.
That's the same thing he said to me.
What?
Yeah, he remembered me from the first time I ever met him, up at Uncle Reese and Aunt Kitty's lake house. He said he'd always wished he'd gotten to know me better.
Oh,
Uh-huh, he was real sweet. He suggested that we go out after the reception, but I told him I was already spoken for today.
that son of a bitch.
I'm sure he just meant for us to, talk.
Oh, I am so sure.
Good grief. That boy should have the word trouble tattooed right across his forehead, just as a common courtesy. I mean, imagine. Here he is at his old girlfriend's wedding, and he has either slept with or made a pass at every one of her bridesmaids. Well, all except one. That is so incredibly rude.
Yeah, Meredith, you get a bit prepared for him to try and jump your bones next. You're the only one left.
Oh, please, don't tell me. Somebody needs to put a leash on him. Meredith, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Honey, what is it? Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. I don't know why I'm crying. I'm so stupid.
No, you're not stupid.
Did he do something to you?
No, he just. I had a thing with him too. We had a thing.
What?
When?
Oh, a long time ago. It was okay. He didn't rape me or anything. Please don't ever tell anybody, especially Tracy.
I promise, I won't.
We had a thing, not for long. It was okay. It's okay.
How old were you?
Oh, I don't know. 12, 13.
That does it. I'm going to find that sleazy fuckward and tell him just wait.
Don't!
Georgeanne.
He has it coming, Trisha.
Don't, please. Trisha, don't let her.
She won't, Meredith. They won't let her.
Oh, don't, please.
Get that psycho killer boyfriend of yours to help. Go on, stop her.
Okay.
She can't say anything to him, Trisha. She can't.
She won't, Meredith. They won't let her.
I would die if anybody ever knew.
It's okay. You don't have to tell anybody.
Yes, she does.
Mindy, stop.
He really liked me, Trisha. He did. And now he won't even look at me. I went up to him outside. I was nervous as shit. And I said, "Hey, Tommy, remember me?" And he said, "Well, sure, I remember you. Hey there." But he wasn't looking me in the eye. And he wouldn't. He wouldn't even look at me.
Oh, hon.
What did he do to you, Meredith?
It's not like it sounds. He was really nice. He really liked me. He did. He was always bringing me little presents whenever he came home with Tracy, telling me how pretty I was getting to be. He came to my junior high swimming when I won first place for the freestyle. It was one of the happiest days of my life.
I'll remember that.
Tell me what he did.
He was here one Christmas. It was Christmas Eve and everybody had gone to sleep. I was laying in my bed. I was thinking about him. I was imagining what it would feel like. I'd never even kissed a boy.
and there was a knock on my door, real soft. It was like a dream. He said that he thought it was time we get to know each other better. And Trisha, I wanted it. I wanted it to happen.
That's only natural, Meredith. Everyone is curious about sex.
No, I wanted him. I wanted Tommy Valentine. I wanted him to fuck me.
And there's nothing wrong with that. He is a good-looking, charming, sexy man. Of course you would want that. But there is something very wrong with him actually doing it.
Oh, I loved him.
That wasn't love, Meredith. That was abuse.
No, it wasn't.
How long did it go on?
Just a few more times, and then he said he thought we should quit. I mean, after all, he was engaged to my sister.
Listen to me. You need to talk to somebody about all this.
I can't tell.
I'm not talking about Tracy or your parents. I'm talking about somebody who can help. What happened, Meredith? That was not harmless. It was abuse. You were sexually abused.
Stop saying that.
And it happens to a lot of women. You're not the only one. I know a lot of people it happened to. You need to realize exactly what happened to you and how it affected you. And you need to be with people who have been through it. They can help.
I could never tell anybody.
You told us?
Yeah, and obviously that was a mistake.
I have a number you can call. I'm going to give it to you. I want you to promise.
I'm okay.
Just promise you'll think about it.
It's not a big deal. God, you're trying to make this into a big thing. It wasn't.
I'm going to leave it right here on your dresser. Okay?
Do whatever you want. I don't care.
And I'm putting the names of a couple people who you can speak to directly on here. They're friends of mine, and they will...
Look, get this straight, Mindy. I'm not interested in meeting any of your friends. I'm not.
But they can help.
Oh, I bet. What do you think? I'm an idiot, Mindy? I'm not blind. I see the way you look at me. But I'm not like you. I'm just not, okay? So it really wouldn't do good for me to meet any of your friends.
Meredith,
What? Nobody asked you to butt into my life, did they? I don't recall asking you to butt into my life. If you all will excuse me, I think I'm needed outside.
Are you doing okay, hon?
I'm fine. I wish everybody would stop acting like I was falling apart. I'm not a child, you know? I'm fine.
Well, I just want to tell you, if you ever need me, I'm here.
Oh, excuse me.
Well, great. That's just great. Anything I can offer is just going to get thrown back in my face as a perverted seduction attempt. Meanwhile, a man can actually molest her while she's still a child, and she calls it love. Oh, that fucking son of a bitch! I swear to God, Trisha, sometimes I just can't believe how incredibly fucked up some men are. They fucked up the economy. They fucked up the environment. And what the hell did they do about it? They fuck little girls. You don't mind if I rant, do you?
As long as you don't expect it to change anything.
God knows, I don't want to be one of those docs who hates man. I don't hate man. Some of my best friends are man. I just hate them right now.
I mean, what on earth goes through a man's head while he fucks his fiance's 12-year-old sister? I wonder if it's too late for me to become a nun. I mean, I don't believe in God. I've partaken in just about every sin there is, but I'll tell you what, that life is starting to look pretty good.
I knew this day was doomed from the moment when Scott told me he was going to marry Tracy. Tracy, who requested I not bring Deb, who was my lover of 9 years, to the wedding ceremony. Oh, because they wanted to keep it just family. And I acquiesced because I didn't want another big scene. And now Deb is boycotting the wedding, which Tracy has gone out of her way to let me know she is very hurt by. Bitch. She will never love my brother the way he deserves to be loved. She will never honor him and cherish him like she said she would today in front of God and everybody. It just makes me so sad. And now here I am in this ridiculous dress with a fucking pincushion on my head. I look like a hooker from the Twilight Zone, and if I blow chunks, I am gonna be really upset. I hate throwing up. You are totally alone when you throw up.
It is so humiliating.
It's good for you.
Last time I threw up, I felt terrible. Chuck and I had been drinking tequila all night, and a totally misguided attempt to have fun together. I barfed all over the place, and I felt so bad. And instead of trying to make me feel better, he just looked at me and said, "God, Georgeanne, I could reconstruct your entire meal. Don't you ever chew your food?" And he poured a beer on my head.
I haven't thrown up in almost 20 years.
20 years?
Yep. Not since Scott became an Eagle Scout.
Are you serious?
Yep. I'm too repressed.
Oh, please. You're the least repressed person I ever met.
You do not throw up because you are repressed.
You should throw up, Mindy. You really should. It's completely primal. You would feel so much better.
Maybe I will.
You should throw up on Tommy Valentine.
I will.
I got bad news for you guys. Tommy Valentine's already left.
He's such a chicken shit.
No, I think he made a friend.
You're kidding.
Why should that surprise you?
Who?
Blonde hair, navy blue linen dress.
The backlist?
Yep. Who was that? Do you know?
Karen Murdoch. Tracy's boss at Pepsi.
Oh, that was just perfect.
Now Tracy and Tommy can run into each other at business functions and be tense and peculiar together.
10 to 1 she has an affair with him now that she's married.
Who knows?
Who cares?
So, how are you doing, babe?
Trisha, I am fabulous. I am so drunk I can barely walk, and I have my eyes set on some saxophone player who shall remain nameless, mainly because I have no idea what his name is. Nor do I want to know. I just want to get drunk, have my way with him, and then leave him stranded, pantsless, in the middle of the highway. Without any pants. Naturally, he doesn't even know I exist.
His loss.
Oh, that's so sweet, Trisha. Listen, I'm really sorry for the way I kind of blew you off after I got married. Didn't I?
Yeah, you did, but it's okay. You were so weird to be around, I was actually relieved.
But I should have been there for you when you were going through all that stuff with the lifeguard.
Don't worry about it.
As soon as I unload that dead boat piece of wet toast that I married, I will have a lot more free time. And I think that maybe real soon, I'm going to spend it all with you, people that I really care about.
You're on.
I've missed you.
Georgeanne, your dress is still undone.
Oh my lord, I was just walking around outside with it like this. Well, at least someone got to see my new $60 bustier.
You look like a dog trying to chase its own tail.
I can't help it. I'm being held hostage in my underwear. What were you looking for, Tracy?
Oh, I was trying to find Meredith.
Yeah, right. Look at Francis. Walked to the bar, drooling over Ted Bundy.
Good grief. You straight women throwing yourselves away on mass murderers and child molesters. It's such a waste.
What the hell are you all doing up here? There's a party trying to happen outside.
We were just trashing your sex trip, Davenport.
I'm fixing to puke my guts out.
And I'm just in time.
Some guys have all the luck.
Hi.
Hi.
I've been looking all over for you,
I can be hard to find sometimes.
so I've noticed. Mind if I join you?
No?
Pull up a chair.
I have been cutting up the rug with your mother for the past half hour, Mindy. I had no idea she could dance like that.
Are you kidding? She danced for the USO in Korea.
Stop, Aunt Betty.
That's where she met Daddy, and where I was conceived out of wedlock and my entire dysfunctional family began.
That is so romantic.
She was 19 years old. Barely.
God, isn't that weird to think about? When my dad was my age, he already had 3 kids.
I'll tell you what's really weird to think about. There are just some things in life that we are already too old for. Some things that have just passed us by and we will never get a chance for.
Like what?
Like, I will never get to be a stewardess.
You would have been a great stewardess.
I would have.
And what did you want to be when you were growing up?
I wanted to be a nurse.
You and my cousin George.
A nurse. I am so sure. Can't you just give me some? Can't you just see me giving some old fool a sponge bath?
I have always wanted to be a teacher. Well, I wanted to be Miss Crenshaw because of her fiance would come pick her up in a navy blue Chevy Malibu with a white vinyl top, and he was so cute. He had a blonde crew cut and his sideburns were darker than the rest.
What about you, Trisha?
I want to be that lady on Mission Impossible, the one who had to pretend to be in love with the dictators so she could double cross them and then go back to her husband who always wore the mask so he could turn into the week's guest star. I thought that would be a great laugh.
What about you?
Well, mine's kind of similar, actually. I wanted to be Ilya Kurichin on The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
God, remember him? In 5th grade, every girl in my class totally had the hots for him.
And that's exactly why I wanted to be him.
I bet you wore a lot of turtlenecks.
Would y'all be totally grossed out if I took off my shoes?
I couldn't be possibly sicker than I already am.
I have the hardest time with shoes. I got these one pair of wingtips I wear to work. It took me forever to break them in. But now they are the most comfortable shoes I own. I asked Scott to let me wear them just because nobody would know. But you know what he did? He said he had to ask Tracy. And of course, she said no. So now I got to wear the same old stiff patent leather shoes as all the rest of the ushers. My feet are about to kill me.
So wingtips.
Yeah? What?
Well, I guess I'll just go see what's happening outside. Mindy, do you care to join me?
No, but I will.
I'm kind of hungry.
Oh, please. Do not even mention food or I'll throw up on you.
At this point, I won't even notice.
That makes you the perfect day.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Well, it's been a day.
Oh, yeah? How so?
Oh, I don't know. This is a very weird wedding.
They always are.
They always start out fine, but everybody has such high expectations, and then gradually they just disintegrate, and things get...
hallucinatory.
Exactly. What about you?
What about me?
Are you having fun?
I always have fun.
Really?
Just about.
And why is that?
I'm not sure, but I kind of like it that way, so I try not to question it too much.
You're just an easygoing kind of guy, I guess.
I guess.
I would imagine you get into a lot of trouble that way.
It's happened.
And will happen again.
We can hope.
Why are we talking like this?
Like what?
Like a cheap version of Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall in The Big Sleep?
I don't know. Maybe we're possessed.
I don't get possessed.
Maybe we're nervous around each other.
Why would we be nervous?
Maybe we like each other.
Like each other?
Well, sure. I mean, what else are we going to do at this point?
Liking each other just sounds so, I don't know, it sounds so innocent.
Maybe it is.
Oh, what are you going to do now? Give me your ID bracelet?
If you really like me, you would carve my initials in your arm.
What?
In 7th grade, a girl next door did that. She carved her boyfriend's initials so she would have a scar in the shape of his initials in her arm. I thought that was so ultimate to have a girl like you so much she would mutilate herself for you.
I will never like you that much.
Damn.
Tattoo would be much easier.
Don't get a tattoo.
Why not?
I hate tattoos on women.
Oh, but you love them on men? Is there something you need to tell me, Tripp?
You don't need a tattoo.
Nobody needs a tattoo. People get them because they want them.
I don't want you to have a tattoo.
A minute ago, we just laughed each other, and now you're trying to run my life? This is a bad idea.
So you're admitting that we do like each other.
At one point, we laughed each other.
So you're admitting that at one point in time, we did like each other.
I think we can agree on that.
Good. Let's go to the mall.
What?
Now what do we do?
Now what do we have to do anything?
You know, you have this way of answering every question with a question.
Do I?
As if you have to challenge everything I say.
Does it bother you?
No, it doesn't bother me.
Good.
I like it. I need to be challenged. Sometimes I can be full of shit.
No, I don't
I
believe
can. It's true.
I'm shocked.
It's hard to imagine you being shocked for some reason.
Oh, I get shocked.
But what?
By how stupid people can be, how selfish, how people are so willing to add to other people's suffering.
Wait a minute. Are we about to have a real conversation right now?
I don't know. What do you think?
I'm not opposed to it. I just need to shift gears a little.
We don't have to if you're not up for it. I don't know.
No, let's do it. Okay. Do you believe in God? When was the first time you ever had sex? Do you think about death? When was the first time you ever really liked sex? Do you ever feel guilty because your life isn't too terribly difficult?
Never.
Good. Me neither. Let's go to the mall.
The mall?
Yeah, it's Saturday. We can go to the mall, hang out with the teenagers at the multiplex, chow down on some Chick-fil-A, and shop for hours at the tape and record store without buying anything.
We're not dressed for it.
Why not?
Oh, I couldn't.
Trisha, this is uncharacteristically gutless of you. I'm surprised.
I'm 34 years old. I'm not about to traipse around a mall looking like I just came from my palm. The only way I would do that is with the assistance of major pharmaceuticals.
Oh, well, in that case, say hello to our surprise guest.
No! I had a feeling you were going to be a bad influence on me.
I have a feeling no one's ever a bad influence on you.
Tripp, I really like you.
Oh, I bring out the drugs and suddenly I'm Mr. Wonderful?
You're not a pill popper, are you?
No, this is strictly a special occasion thing.
And you would tell me if you were?
Yes, I would tell you if I was. We don't have to do this.
No, I want to.
But now you're nervous. Now you don't trust me.
No, it's not that.
I'm not sure about this.
Why?
I'm saying there's something between us that I don't run into every day. I felt it the first time I met you, and you did too.
I don't think you have any idea what I'm feeling.
I think I do. And I think that scares you. And I think that's why you left the reception and came up here to hide.
I did not come up here to hide.
Why else would you care if I was a pill popper?
I don't care if you're a pill popper, Tripp. I don't care if you're a liar, a thief. I don't care if you're a child molester and a psycho killer and you're wanted in 50 states by the FBI. I just want to have a good time. Today, I want to go to a motel, do drugs, and have sex. Just for the hell of it, okay? I'm sorry for being shallow.
I don't buy that for a minute.
I cannot believe how amazingly arrogant you are.
You can't believe somebody's calling your bluff.
Oh, fuck you.
Women like you.
Oh, now I'm the category.
You're always one step ahead saying just out of reach, but you're always looking back to say don't stop reaching.
Yeah, well, better stay one step ahead than one step behind.
You think that's where I want you to be? I just broke up with somebody who was perfectly happy to be one step behind me. I don't want that.
See, this is exactly what I mean. It's all about what you want. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not here to be what you want me to be.
All I know, Trisha, is that I've never met anyone like you before. I have fun when I'm with you, more fun than I've had in a long time. So I don't want to blow this chance to see what we could. Okay, if you want to go to a motel, do drugs, and have sex, fine. I just want to tell you what I'm feeling before we do, because it's not going to be insignificant. I don't want to be just another guy.
Well, Tripp, you don't want a lot of things, so why don't you tell me what you do want?
I want you to promise me something.
Oh, here we go. What?
I want you to promise me that you won't completely write me off after we have sex.
Well, since we're being so wonderfully honest, thank you. I have to tell you, I can't promise that. I know myself, and I know that's what I do sometimes.
I had a feeling.
But you have to promise me something in return.
Fair enough.
You have to promise not to get all twitchy on me and start obsessing about me and turning me into something that I'm not.
So I have to promise not to fall in love with you.
You have to promise not to get too intense too fast. I'm serious. You have to promise not to put any pressure on me because I have absolutely no patience for that.
I promise.
That was too easy.
I'll be as quiet as a church mouse. You won't even know I'm around.
Oh, no.
So we agree here.
We understand each other.
Good. Let's go to the mall.
I'm not going to the mall. Ooh, whoops. Would you look at that? Guess I'm wanted out there.
I didn't miss that garter thing, did I? I love that. It's so stupid.
Look at Georgeanne. She looks like a wide receiver. She can't catch the bouquet. She's already married.
Oh, her. Good. Yeah.
Oh, Francis. That's perfect.
Mm-hmm. You sad because you didn't get it?
Oh, right.
Always a bridesmaid.
Never a schmuck. So, Tripp, where are you staying with Scott's family?
No way. I'm staying at a real nice hotel downtown.
The Regency?
No, the Quality Inn.
Oh, that's a real nice place.
Yeah. You been there?
No, but I've always wanted to. I've heard such fine things.
Well, perhaps you would allow me to be your escort.
God, I've dreamed of this.
Well, down in the lamplighter room later, we'll take a moonlit stroll around the parking lot where we'll duck inside Chucky's hideaway and boogie to the disco beat of the Rhythm Rascals. Then we'll retire to my suite and order cheese whiz and nachos from room service and watch Pretty Woman on HBO. How's that sound to you?
Sounds suspiciously like going to a motel, doing drugs, and having sex for the hell of it.
How can you take something so beautiful and turn it into something so sleazy and cheap?
I'm so sorry. It sounds heavenly. I can't plausibly imagine a more perfect evening.
Tracy and Scott won't be having nearly as much fun.
Really? They're going to be stuck in Jamaica. Look at her. She looks like a hot balloon from this perspective, doesn't she?
She sure knows how to work a crowd.
Promise me something.
Anything.
If you ever see me dressed as ridiculous as that, please shoot me. If you liked me, you would.
Well, Trisha, if I make that promise, I'm going to have to shoot you right now.
You are either the world's biggest con man or America's most naive man. Either way, I'm in big trouble.
That makes two of us.
Hey, quit it, you two.
Gross.
Trisha, we want to take a picture of us, and we have to hurry because I do not want to miss the opportunity to throw those bags of rice straight at Tracy's head.
I'm going to throw some of those little cocktail weenies at her.
Everybody go get on the bed. Meredith, go get that camera.
Francis, what's that you have in your hand?
I caught the bouquet.
In the other hand.
Oh, that's champagne. I just wanted to taste it. I'm sorry.
Hell, don't apologize for it. Here's to it.
To holy matrimony.
Can't we just drink to love?
Here, here.
I'm sorry. To love.
You people make me sick. To mindless sex in public places.
Amen.
Okay, Francis. You squeeze in and we'll gather around you like your court. Meredith, I just had a great idea.
What?
Do you still have Tracy's homecoming crown?
Yeah, it's in here somewhere.
Get it.
Here you go, Griffin Loud Davenport III. You know how to use this thing?
Is this the kind of camera any idiot can use?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know how to use it.
Mindy, move a little to your left. Save a little room for Meredith. Y'all, we need sunglasses.
I don't have any.
Meredith,
What?
do you have an extra pair of sunglasses?
Yeah, I'm sure I do somewhere.
For Francis.
Everybody still have their bouquets?
Here, Francis, let's get that hat off your head.
Why?
Because you were born to wear a crown, babe.
Oh, what about these? They're kind of Jackie-O.
Excellent. Oh, good, Mindy.
I want a cigarette.
Oh, here.
Thanks.
Sure. Wait, I want to wear my jean jacket.
I think I'm missing my bouquet.
Hold these.
No, I think Trisha should hold those.
Shut up.
Come on, Trisha.
I hate you all.
We look fabulous.
We are fabulous.
Okay, Tripp, tell us when.
Oh, wait.
What?
I know I shouldn't, but Meredith, would it be okay if I wore your diamond bracelet?
Francis, I don't have a diamond bracelet.
I know I saw one. It's right over here. If you say no, of course I'll understand.
Francis, those aren't diamonds.
They're not?
No, who do you think I am? Liz Taylor? Those are dime store rhinestones.
Oh.
The whole thing cost me about $6. You can have it.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Sure you can. It's my present, since you caught the bouquet.
It's so nice, though.
It's junk.
But
Francis, some things in life are gifts. You can accept them. You are allowed.
oh my, well, thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Okay, Tripp Healthman.
All right, everybody squeeze in. This is some major babe action happening here.
Hell yes.
Now, when I count to 3, say,
Cha-cha cheese whiz.
okay. 1,
I feel so glamorous.
You are glamorous, damn it.
2,
I just know I have something stuck in my teeth.
3.
Wow, was that not a fantastic photo, y'all?
Win.
Yes, Mom!
Thanks for watching.